102.7 Kiss FM. It is 7:43 in the morning. Miley Cyrus, who's here, whose mom is driving in circles to get her here.
She's finding parking right now.
I love how your mom says, baby, we got to spend more time together in traffic in the cars.
But we were like on a 14-hour plane ride from Madrid home, like going back and forth from like all these places. She could have talked to me then, but she was reading that Eat, Pray, Love thing.
Oh, God.
And was like over there crying. I was like, I am not getting into this right now. So my mom was like obsessed with that book and didn't talk to me the whole time.
Were you just in Europe?
Yeah.
What were you doing there?
I was doing Rock in Rio in Portugal and Madrid, and then I did a few shows, and I did a show in Paris, London, and yeah.
And so are they less all over you about how provocative this single and the video and the album is over there because it's a little more liberal?
Yeah, they're definitely, they kind of like laugh at it because they're like, we don't see the big deal, but we have to ask this question because that's our job.
And what do they say? What's the question?
They're always like, but they always throw in the Americans. That's true. They always go, Americans are very upset about it. I'm like, they just threw that under, just real quick.
Yeah,
exactly. And I'm like,
exactly.
it's kind of true because it's not really a big deal. So we were able to, do the shows and whatever.
But you sat with me a couple weeks ago when we debuted the video, and you said this is not about trying to intentionally be sexy.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I think it's really funny when you watch a video and you go, that girl looked gorgeous, but what happened with my life in that 3 minutes? Because all you did was stare at their face and like the wind and all that kind of stuff. And that's not what I want my video to be about. I didn't want it to be like, God, her outfit was cool. God, that was cool. I want it to be like, that was a really cool concept. Like, I feel like I just watched something that was, more than a music video. It was kind of like a film and
a little story.
Yeah.
With a big nest.
With a big nest and big wings and all that.
All right, Can't Be Tamed is the first single, and Can't Be Tamed is the title of the new album, right?
Yes.
So tell me about some of the other songs that will come out.
I have one of my favorite songs on my record that we were listening to with my mom just in the car because it was kind of done for her. Her favorite song is Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and Brett is a friend. Maybe you should have came and sang on it. Forget Brett. You can do it with me instead.
Okay.
I know. It's a good one.
You
But it's my mom. It was one of my mom's favorites, so I did that for my mom. And
it's on the album?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and so we did that, and then we have a song on the record called Liberty Walk that's pretty cool, and it's like it's more for like the girls, like women out there that like are either in abusive relationships or just in like a bad relationship where it's like mental or physical. It's like walk away from all that because it's like not worth it and all that.
Well, I know that you guys are tight, and she loves to give her input, but does she ever give too much input?
I don't like when I love her so much, but I don't like when she gives me the music advice because she tries to sing it to me, and my mom, like, her singing is just like, I don't know. I don't know where it's just like the worst thing ever. And like she does it, she's like, Am I on that chord? I'm like, Mom, you can't be on a chord.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
she's like, I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, I think I'm a little pitchy. I'm like, a little. It's like, so she tries to like sing what she thinks would sound better, and I'm just like, oh, yikes.
Well, the good news is she looks younger like every time I see her.
It's true.
All right, so are you trying? I think you're trying to pick a fight with me.
Why am I trying to fight you? What'd I do?
Well, you said...
Oh, gosh. I'm nervous.
Well, you said something, and I think you knew when you said it. Oh, my God, there's your mom. Look at her. That's unbelievable. Billy Ray better be having, the Olympic Games with that.
With that? Oh, my God. You mean with her?
Yes.
She is a person.
She's stunning.
With that.
But I thought to myself, I read this, and I thought, this is clearly...
You have the balance bracelet.
I do have
That's
it.
ADD. That's the best thing ever. Okay, what?
Do you have one on?
No, Liam has it.
Yeah, it's so good. Look at my balance.
I tried to steal it, but he won't let me keep it.
You said that you do not listen to any pop music.
Sorry. I used to listen to Ryan Seacrest because I was on Hannah Montana, and my dad always listened to it.
But you don't listen to the radio station at all because you don't like pop music?
I don't. I listen to like Coffee House on my satellite radio.
Oh, that's fun.
Sorry, but I like the depressing like lullaby music. I'm a sleeper. I'm an old lady that likes like boring. But I listen to Lady Gaga, so if you guys are playing it, then sometimes I listen to it.
We are every 5 minutes.
I wait for it.
What do you like about her? Because she is really talented.
I like her because like she is really talented. Because when she sang with Elton John, that was like my dream moment. It's like two of my favorite artists coming together, and I love that she like it was still crazy and it was cool, like the whole factory idea, and it was dirty and it was fun, but like at the end of the day it never affects her vocals. Like she's not like how many dance numbers can I do right now, because you can't do 12 dance numbers and then get up and sing. You
and
can if you're faking it, but you know, and she doesn't try to do that. It's like first about the music, and then that's why like all the stuff works, all her stuff around her, like all the fun gags and all that kind of stuff works, because she's still so talented, and she's not like jumping around the whole time. It's just like the atmosphere is cool around her, but at the end of the day, her music is amazing.
Now, she's a little bit older than you, right?
Yeah.
She's like 23. Not that old. 23,
no,
24.
I know. I can't believe it. She's so young.
You'll be 18 when?
November.
So
23rd.
what will change in your life when you turn 18?
I don't know. I hope that people really do actually get to see me as like an artist. This is one of the talks that my mom, I do, as much as I gripe about driving with her, I do like it because we always talk about good stuff. And we were just talking in the car that, like, you know, I think as like I get older and all that stuff, I think people will start to realize that there's a lot of things that I've done that I feel like I didn't get recognized for, and a lot of it was because I was younger and it was like, oh, Disney's doing that. But at the end of the day, Disney isn't doing my voice. Disney isn't doing all the actions that I did. I did it. And there's a lot of things that I started doing that didn't get credit for.
When did you start with Disney?
I auditioned. I just got braces, so I was 11. Yeah.
So 11.
When I
and
first
then you're going to
auditioned,
be 18. And, I mean, I would imagine it feels like you've been in a grind to a degree. A good grind, but a grind to a degree. And you've accomplished a lot. And so it's not like you just started. But in a way, this is the beginning of a whole new life for you. Isn't it?
Yeah. Well, when I think back, like, coming up soon, I'm doing Good Morning America again. And when I think back to, like, the very first time, that's always kind of a surreal moment when I go back to that show, because that was, like, my first, like, big show that I ever did. And it was at Hannah,
Outside
Montana.
performing?
Yeah. And it was at Hannah, Montana, and there was like people that slept out there from 3 a.m. And now to go there now and to look at the crowd and see that they're a little bit older, but it's still the same like energy. It's still so good. So when I think about that, I do just feel like so lucky, because, you know, some people, you know, get to go perform there once, and I've done it a few times, and every time it's been like really, really great. And so I kind of think about that and how nervous I was, and now how it's gotten easier.
I don't think you've ever been nervous, by the way.
It's kind of true. Well,
I mean, when have you ever been nervous?
I would say I talk a lot when I'm nervous, but I talk a lot anyway.
You talk a lot anyway. All right, so all those years with Disney, all those years with the Hannah Montana thing, and then you released this album and the video, you had to, deep down inside, feel like there was a little bit of risk in that.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous, but only because I'm not scared of my fans not believing it, because my fans love me and I love them, and we have such a good relationship, and it's because of the honesty that I put into my albums. And now I feel like this record is just as honest as the rest. It's just from now someone that's like 17 going on 18, not 12 going on 13.
But don't you think she's going on like 30? I'm looking at your mom through the window.
You still don't believe that. The first time I came in here, you were like, take off your face. I know you're 35 underneath there somewhere.
I want the mask off. Well, no, I mean, you've always been so poised together, so comfortable, that I thought this was one of those lie-down Hollywood stories.
Yeah, where you're like, really? You're like 45?
Well, I thought maybe mid-20s when you started and said you were 12. All right, we're going to come back with Miley Cyrus right here. 7:51 now live. Can't Be Tamed, the new album from Miley Cyrus, out June 22nd. First single coming up. I'm going to play it in a moment. And then a special show at a secret LA club June 21st, the night before her album is released. But apparently we can't say anything else yet.
Right.
So how are we going to find out later? You'll call me.
Yeah, I'll call you.
All right, you'll call me.
Maybe her mom will stop by with the
Maybe her
press
mom will
release.
stop by at Sunset for a cocktail and tell me. All right, let's cover a couple of things right now. Caller 102, what? Oh, tickets to a secret show. Good. Caller 102, 800-520-1027 at KISS FM. Now, Miley, I heard a story you're going to play the young Carrie in the prequel of Sex and the City.